it's good to see you again.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you. My name's Anna, if you forgot. And you're Carmen, I know, because we've seen you before. So let's just recap. So last time I saw you, you were recently diagnosed with celiac disease. Mm-hmm. And we were just getting to know each other. I was getting some information on you. Uh-huh. Well, this time, as I told you, we'll be going over some education, what the disease is doing to you, and basically stuff like that. And then I'll teach you how to read food labels so that you can point certain things out. Okay. So basically, celiac disease is an autoimmune disease, but your small intestines, the little villi, are being destroyed. So it can cause serious malabsorption if it continues, because it's called blunting or flattening of the microvilli. So this gluten is causing an autoimmune disease to deteriorate those, basically. So the only way that we can treat this disease right now is by following a gluten-free diet for the rest of your life, or else you'll have complications like you've been having, like diarrhea and irritation. But it also can cause some serious nutrient deficiencies, which we don't want at all. So I have a few handouts for you, but first we're going to go over a few things. And firstly, I'm just going to tell you a few things that gluten is found in. Okay. So obviously it's found in wheat, which is a protein, and it's a protein within the wheat kernel. And wheat also has derivatives like durum, semolina, spelt, kamut, all weird things. Maybe you've heard of spelt bread, but really a lot of these you probably haven't eaten. But they may be in processed foods, so we have to keep that in mind. Okay. And I have this printed out so you can have it. It also is in rye, so rye bread. I don't know if you like that. Barley, you do. Well, I'm sorry, because you can't have it. But also triticale, and malt, brewer's yeast, which is in a lot of breads, and wheat starch. So, can you tell me a few things that you think contain gluten? Like foods that you may eat.
Bread?
So, yes.
No, bread does. I love bread. Pretzels, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Rice?
No, actually. No. Rice is an okay thing. It's an okay grain to eat.
Okay.
So basically, it's in most grains, and sometimes it's hidden, so that's why I'm going to teach you how to read the nutrition facts label and the ingredients. But some things are like pasta, bread, pastries,
just cake.
Cake, but you can have gluten-free cake.
Okay.
But it gets tricky when you're eating out in restaurants because you don't have the facts label in front of you. But restaurants are really good at it now, so you can ask, and some of them even have labels on the menu that show. And I have a printout of some common labels that are maybe on like a menu, and you can keep that with you. You can take a picture, keep it on your phone, or just study it so that you know.
Thank you.
But those are all FDA approved. So food packaging has to have, if it contains 20 micromillion grams, it's like a teeny amount of gluten, it can be gluten free. But anything more than that, it has to say it contains wheat, or you may have to look on the food label for things that may not be listed.
Okay.
Another thing is if you drink alcohol, beer is derived from gluten, such as wheat, barley, rye, so like a thing. So probably don't have that. Croutons, pancakes, but there's a lot of gluten-free stuff: cookies, pie crust, brownies, pretzels, goldfish, graham crackers. But for packaged food, it's really important to read the labels. But things that you can eat, because that's a bummer, and you just are told like what you can't have, and that's stinky if you like those things. But basically, the most cost-effective way and the healthiest way to go about a gluten-free diet is to eat naturally gluten-free foods such as fruits, vegetables, meat or poultry, fish and seafood, dairy, beans, legumes, and nuts. So basically, like all of the healthy foods. But they can be some unhealthy things. And also, one thing that you have to make sure is like prepared meats. If it's fried, you can't have it fried in flour, which a lot of fried foods do. So if you like chicken tenders,
I do.
I know. So that's kind of sad. But you can just have it grilled or sauteed on
modify.
Yeah, you just have to modify. But grains that you can have. So all of those things I listed above are naturally gluten free. So like an orange isn't going to have gluten free on it because it's not derived from wheat, rye, or grain. Those certain grains.
Mm-hmm.
But grains that you can have, rice. You can have corn. So you can still have popcorn. Soy. You like soy? Like tofu. Potatoes, beans, quinoa. Millet, although you probably don't eat millet. Flaxseed, chia seeds. Yucca. Have you ever had yucca?
Actually, I have. I went to Peru for like a mission trip several years ago. Wasn't my favorite, for sure.
It was like
Real
really
dense,
dense.
yes.
That's what you said. I remember you saying that. And then oats, but only if they say gluten free.
Okay.
Because a lot of oats are made in factories where other grains can be mixed in. So it may contain more than the FDA approval. So I can give you this because these are just a little bit more that you can look at if you're feeling like you need to.
Okay.
Study
That's
it.
helpful. Thanks.
And then I have also a meal plan, just one day meal plan. So you don't have to cut out cereal altogether because they have like rice-based cereals. Cheerios now, they have gluten-free.
What about Fruit Loops? Do you know?
I don't know, but I wish that we could look it up.
Okay.
Their food label. But, I mean, it's just like eating more whole foods, but they have tacos on here, and they have a corn taco shell instead of a flour taco shell. Popcorn's on here. So it's just like making sure you still get carbohydrates, and you can have carbohydrates from grains, just not certain ones.
Okay.
Ice cream's still on here. Lots of good things are still on here. But I mean, it's like pizza. Sometimes it's more expensive to upgrade. So that's why they say naturally, like going a natural gluten-free way is a lot cheaper because gluten-free items like crackers or something tend to be more expensive than normal.
Okay.
Which isn't really fair because you can't help it. So we have a nutrition label here, and down here you would look at the ingredients list, and here it says contains wheat.
That's nice.
So we
Sounds
can't
bold.
eat these. It's nice and bold, but like sometimes things aren't quite. Sometimes they don't. I think the FDA makes them have to say this, but just in case, like reading through, and if it said rye or brewer's yeast or wheat flour, anything that you're not supposed to have. So this one's fine, or it's not fine. Sweet. Yes.
Okay.
Wheat is like the main one that you're gonna see.
Okay.
So that one's no. Then we have some pretzels here.
My favorite.
And once again, down here we have ingredients and contains wheat. And on that thing that I handed out, common foods pretzels was on there along with goldfish and graham crackers. So this one has enriched wheat flour, which is probably where they got contains.
Okay.
So these are off limits too, but they do have gluten-free pretzels.
Oh, sweet.
Yes, so you're not completely off limits. Then we have some granola here. Protein crunchy granola with oats and honey. And down here, can you tell me if it contains wheat maybe?
Sweet and wheat. Yep, it does.
So this is off limits too. And I'm sure they have some granola that are gluten-free. It would just have to be like specific oats
Okay.
that are rolled. And it will say, a lot of items have the like little label that says GF or gluten-free. And then we have whipped cream have it in the contains, but by reading the ingredients. No? Let's check. Looks good to me. So whipped cream is okay. Yay, we have one. So I'm going to make sure.